What I'm hoping to have you maybe explain a little bit more is, to your point, what's the role of the CMO in this interfunctional coordination?
There are a lot of players, but I think we can become the cohesive glue, so to speak, to be the champion for interfunctional coordination, speaking up at meetings. And one of the things that I think can be an obstruction for CMOs is having good data to report. Sometimes we get caught up in measuring what we can, not necessarily what we should. So I think one of the first things is investing in a decent analytics platform so that you got your multi-touch attribution, you got your marketing mix modeling, and you've got your predictive. And then what that can do is that quiets a lot of the noise. Well, geez, marketing adding value. Yeah, we're adding value. And here I'm going to add more. And here's how. And speaking up, I think a lot of marketing professionals, I'm going to say, are a little bit humble. And what I mean by that is a lot of marketing has to be strategic. So we have that propensity to be strategic thinkers. We don't necessarily feel that we can say that or be that strategic thinker across the board. And I think that's where we need to step up. So quiet the noise about the value that marketing is bringing, be able to quantify it, and then speak up. Hey, IT team, cybersecurity month is coming up in October. What are we doing? What are we doing to promote the fact that we have a more secure platform and that we can make a difference both internally and externally? What are we doing to make noise of it? Just really adding to that. And then also drawing out by asking questions. They may have absolutely no impact on marketing, but if you think of yourself as, hey, I'm trying to be the lead for this interfunctional coordination and I'm observing this and this and this, and I can connect the dots on it, that's where you're going to get a lot more value, I think. I'll give you an example of this. So, marketing, we just invested in a tool that helps us with lead nurturing, lead development, lead generation, demand generation, but it also serves the point of being a virtual BDR for us. Yes, it's AI powered. So, virtual BDR. And then in talking with the HR team, telling them what we're able to do, again, just came up in the course of conversation through a touch point. They said, hey, could we use that for our recruiting and our talent outreach and all that? So all of a sudden, yeah, of course you can. We can adapt the tool to that too. So now we're adding value across, and the fluidity and the exchange of ideas is that much greater. So it becomes very gestalt. And I think the CMO is in the perfect seat with the perfect purview and perspective to add that value.
And one of the things that nobody can ever have an issue with is if the CEO takes on the role of the highest voice of authority. If you know best your ICP, the customers that you're selling to, and you have that perspective, that's the trump card on every decision that's made inside of an organization. So I know that we're going to talk a bit more about the ICP coming up, but I wanted to throw that out here too, because I think what you're talking about is that the CMO as the facilitator in terms of getting this done. One of the most important things that we can do is make sure that every department has a perspective on their role from the point of view of the customer and how they can help support. HR, their role, when you just got through saying, hiring the right people in the right role is critical, which means HR has a huge opportunity to help and support this interfunctional coordination. And if you make every department feel really important and not an ancillary part of the organization, but a critical part of the success of the organization, then they're going to want to play in the sandbox a lot more as well.